Hi guys, welcome back.
Welcome everybody.
Right, I found in my wood box a bit of a spalted bit. I think it's beech. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. It's just a piece of spalted wood. I had it in my box with some stuff. I was going through it, and I thought I might turn that, and I might do a nice little vase out of that. Don't know what shape I can get. I don't know whether there'll be any cracking. I can't see any real cracks. A little bit just on that side there, but that's nothing. So I thought I'll turn that and do a little vase. I know there's been a hell of a lot of stuff on Facebook just recently about turning spalted wood, especially with carbide, and about how you'll never get a clean finish. And Lisa jumped on and answered one as well. I told her I don't know why you even bother wasting your time. I don't do any comments on Facebook. No, it's just a total waste of time. There's so many haters and slaters and
Keyboard warriors
and all that, so I don't even bother. Right, I'm going to find a centre on this. Now, it's obviously it's not square. I'll give you some measurements. I'll give you some measurements. I'll look around for something to measure with. I've got one in my hand. Look at that. Right, I've got 4 inches across that way, and I've got 3 inches to just under 3 inches across this way, and I've got 3 and just over 3 1/4, so 3 5/8 that way, and I've got just a fraction of, well, near enough 4 inches that way. So it's not square or anything perfect, but all I'm going to do is I'm going to go from corner to corner, corner to corner. It's not going to be perfect to find the middle, but that's going to be pretty close, okay? And then I'm going to go from this side. That's where the corner, because it's broken off, so the corner would be there. So I'm going to go there, and I'm going to go corner, like so. Put a line there. Look at it. Yeah, that looks. Could probably be just a fraction over on that to there. That looks fairly middle, okay? And I'll start with that. Now I'm going to turn between centres, so it's not a fixed thing anyway. I can always adjust it slightly. Now, for the size of that, I'm going to use one of my step centres here. Just one of the RDG.
That's it.
RDG. One of the RDG. They should write it on their things, then I'd remember it, wouldn't I? The RDG tools. Yeah. When you make something next, RDG, write it on the thing so I know what it is. And I'm going to put my step centre in there. Right, okay. I'm going for that. I'm going to put a little dibble in the middle. Just use a little bradawl here and there. Just means it's a little bit easier to locate. There we go. Right, and I'm going to have that fatter end down here, and because I've got my chuck jaws there, I'll be able to, there's more chance I might get it right, the size, and I can look at it. But you never know. It's fun to get it. Yeah, right, it's fun to have a play.
It's so good.
Right, okay, there we go. Right, I'm tightening up between centres there, because I'm centre turn, like spindle turning. I like between 2 step centres, because if you do get a little slip, it just spins. It's okay. It's only mainly if you go a bit too aggressive or anything. Right, that's not by any means square or equal, so I've got big gaps here, and then I'm up close, then I've got big gaps and I'm up close. So I'm going to take some nice slow cuts. I'm just going to use a roughing gouge first, but I'm going to use a bit of mixture of all tools, okay? Because like I said, a lot of people say they have trouble getting tear out with this, and obviously we might talk a little bit about speed and stuff like that, because you know, a lot of people do comment that I tend to turn a bit fast for their liking. Well, it's my liking, not your liking, that matters when I'm turning. A lot of it, guys, I've said it before, you're a lot safer at speed than you are at slow. People think turning slow is going to be safer for you. You're not. There's more chances you're going to have something go wrong when you're turning slow. And I've proved that fact to people so many times.
Yep.
If you have a tenon brake, a mortise brake, chances are you was turning too slow. Okay? I've said it before, anything that cuts wood has to work at speed, apart from a handsaw. But even then, you'll find if you're using a handsaw,
you go quick.
you try and get a bit of speed up, don't you, to cut it? Well, if you've got any sense, you don't use a bloody handsaw, do you? There's so many power saws out there. You imagine trying to go through a tree with a chainsaw if it only went at, say, 300 RPM. Could you imagine what that would be like, trying to cut into a tree with it? Eh? It just wouldn't work, would it? Just wouldn't do it. Why? Work it out.
Speed. I feel the need.
Right, I'm putting on my face mask.
Speed.
And I'm just going to use, actually I'm not going to use that one, I'm going to use this one. Right, I'm just going to use my roughing gouge. So I'm going to step to the side and start up. Right, now, see now, a thing here, right, look. Now there's a bit of wobble there as well, you can see that, look at him, look. He's shaking like mad, right? Now, a lot of people say like this, they turn like this, that's 800. I don't know what you would really turn it. Right, so I've got 900. Now, if you're coming in here, 900. Right, you can see what you're getting. All these chips, doesn't sound nice, doesn't feel nice, okay? So now, I'm just going to check that because I've just turned at a slow speed. Right, so now I'm going to turn the speed up. There's the wobble, there he is shaking like mad, look. Right, I've gone past it, now look, it's as still as anything. Right, now I'm at 15. Now, it's a biggish piece of wood. I didn't tell you the length, did I? 9 inches. Right, it's the biggest piece of wood, but it's between centres, it's nice. Right, now, we're going to get it up here. Right, now that's at 2,000, just over 2,000 RPM. Now let's see what the difference is. Okay, so look. Right, so you can see straight away the difference the speed makes to the cutting. The tool's not under any pressure, the wood's not under any pressure. When that's coming down, and it's more so with bowls, and you're getting this around edges, the pressure that's putting on the tool rest, your chuck, a tenon, the wood, and you know, and I'm gonna, I mean, look at that, look. Just one hand, look. Look. Look, this hand here, look. Right, so what makes it able to do it? It's just that bit of speed. Right? And of course the finish is coming up quite nice as well. Because we've got that bit of speed that's helping us. But see, I see a lot of time, and people will say slower, safer. It's not, and it's not good for you. And I'm not being disrespectful, but I've got to say it because a lot of new turners come up. A lot of people come and they say, I'm new to turning, I'm just starting up. And I say, I'm 74 years old. And they're starting turning. And a lot of people starting out turning are 60 plus and going to 70s and 80. I've had 80, 84, 85 year olds.
Yeah.
I even had a guy 92. Well, I'm afraid, guys, it's not, no disrespect. You do not want to be going on pieces of wood. Because it's not going to do you no good for a start. And how many of you go in at the end of the day and think, oh, my shoulder, my elbow hurts, my wrist hurts, this hurts, that hurts.
Yeah.
It's purely down to speed. Don't be frightened of the speed, guys. Speed is not what causes a problem. Most problems are caused by getting a catch. If you get a catch when you're turning at speed, I can tell you now, a catch here is a simple bing, and that's it, it's done. If that's turning at 400 RPM or 500 RPM, that catch is a bang.
Yeah.
It comes down and it grabs and it's a bang. At 2000 RPM, it's a think, and that's it. Right, let's get started and get turning.
Let's go.
Enough of all that rubbish. Right, okay. So
It's
we're
not
carry on
rubbish,
with this at the moment. See if I can get a vase. Not quite round. I can hear that slight. See again, always listen to the wood. I can hear there's a slight crack here. There. I think it's going to go. I think I'll be getting rid of it. Not quite round, we've still got a bump there. Right, let's stop and have a look. I can definitely hear something here.
I heard it again.
Can't see anything at the moment. I think it's going to go. Right, we're nearly down to where we've got this little bit here. Okay. A little bit softish, but it's all right. Should all be good. Right, and come in. Now again, it's the same with the carbide. If you're going to use your carbide for doing it, and let's say, right, you're going to use, I don't know what you're going to use. You're going to use a round or a square. If you use a square and you just push in, you're going to get tear out. Okay, so we'll have a little go. We'll just use a square carbide. Right, I'm going to turn it down again because most people would not be turning that fast. Right, let's say it's a spindle. A lot of people with spindles, I know they turn around 1200. That's 1200. And it's the same here. And a lot of people will do this, and they do this with the square. Okay, and when we look at it, right, we've got a bit of tear out here, bit of tear out here on the end grain. We've got tear out coming out there. Okay, it's the same thing. Now, you can clean that up just by rolling over. Handle behind the cutting edge, remember. There, I'm picking the cut up. Right. Now, even at 1200, we've got a beautiful finish there. Okay, we've got no torn grain at all. Okay, even on this spalted wood. Right. But now with that, now if we get it back up to our speed, right, and we've gone up to, let me get to 2280, okay, 81 actually. And now when you push in this way, straight away you can hear it, you can feel it. Look, that is so much kinder on the tool, on the wood. You're not putting the wood under any pressure. And we can come along. A nice slow movement, okay. Right, now we've got a pretty good finish on that, and that's off of the carbide. And that's with pushing in flat. But I can see here, I wouldn't be happy with that. I've got, it's not so much torn grain, but I can see it's not as clean a cut as I can get. I know I could get better, okay. And again, just roll it over. Just because it's going faster doesn't mean there's any difference. It all works the same. Handle behind the cutting edge, come in. There we go. Right, now just that simple cut there, we've got a beautiful finish now. Now I'm happy with that finish. I mean, you can't feel it, but you wouldn't really even want to sand that. It's so smooth. And that's just by coming up. Don't just roll it, because if you just go like this and pull it, you're just going to tear the surface up the same. You must get the handle behind the cutting edge. That's the cutting edge, get the handle behind. You've got a bevel there. If you go too far, it won't cut. So you come back in and just come along and you'll get this beautiful clean finish, okay? Now, if you're not so much on tipping this over because you're frightened of the corners, okay, we can do the same, but we can do it with a round carbide, and you can use a round carbide. Now again, if we just come in and we push, like this. Now I can do this because I've still got enough wood to go for what I want to do here. Right, now, here you can see, right, this is a bit punky down this end, okay, and you can see the tear out up there? Right, that's all torn up on that grain. Now, you'd look at it and think, oh, that's good, that's sand. But we can improve that, okay, and like I said, the speed, I'm still at 2,000, there's no danger. Look, here we come. Right, handle behind the cutting edge. That's the cutting edge, that's the bevel, handle behind. If you go too far, it won't cut. Move it till it starts to cut. There it is, there's a cut. Right, now I can hear that just there. It's a little bit softer, so I've got to be careful. What I've got to do is not let the chisel try to dive in because it's a bit softer wood. That's where we're getting that little bit of punkiness. Right, okay, let's have a look and see how we cleaned that up. Right, there you go. Now I'm hoping you can see that's nearly got a shine on it. Okay, and you see that was a little bit punky there, it's a little bit softer, but all that, there's no torn grain. Not a single bit of torn grain on that at all. Okay, I've still got a little bit there to go because I haven't got it quite round, a little flat spot. But that's all right because this is going to be a vase, so that's going to be included. But all we're doing is rolling over, and because if it's your finished cut, take it nice and slow. It's so that there's no strain. Now, if you're doing it at 800, 900 RPM, or some people are saying 300 and 400 RPM, way too slow. Too slow for wood turning. Way too slow. If you've got a big piece of wood, it's different because at 400 RPM, which is your spindle speed, what's outside here will be turning a lot faster. So you have to judge by the size of the piece you've got. But no matter what the size of pieces I have, I will always turn as fast as I can. And I know lots of people say about things coming off. Now, you can believe me or not, in my time of turning, I've never had, it's all right, I've got bits of wood shavings gone down my neck, but I've never once had a bowl come off because a tenon has fouled or broken, or a mortise. I've never had it happen. And I know lots of people, lots of turners have, they've had bowls come off of that. I've never had it happen because I make sure what I do is right for me, and because 9 out of 10 times I always believe it's the speed that helps. Okay, because I don't put no pressure on the wood. I've turned things with tiny little tenons, little mortises, and held them fine. And when I've stopped the lathe, the piece can now just pull off. It's not hardly held, but it's the speed that helps. Now, I did say the other day about the shoulder, and someone was having a thing about they didn't get what about the shoulder on a piece. Now, if I'm turning something like this, because this is going to be out the chuck quite a way, so I want a nice shoulder. The shoulder just helps to stop it going like that, okay? Not as important on a bowl, depending on what you're doing on the bowl, obviously. I don't worry about a perfect shoulder on a bowl unless I'm gonna. The other day I did it because I was going to push with the. I know I was going to use a square carbide. I'm going to push. I don't want it to be able to go either way. Yeah. Okay. If I was just using a bowl gouge, a spindle gouge, or if I'm just using the carbides to go round and cut like that, it wouldn't worry me whether it's shouldered or not. It doesn't matter to me. Okay. Right. So let's carry on with this, and we get a tenon on the end of this. And we might get a little bit of a shape into it as well before we actually hollow it a bit, okay? And we'll see what we can do. Right, now today I'll probably have a tenon foul on me and it'll come flying off, you watch. Right, okay, so I've got a little wire. I'm gonna put a tenon on the bottom here. Okay, so it can go in my truck here. Now again, because I'm not keeping it, I won't go for a perfect circle. That's where I'm going. And I'm going to put a little dovetail on that because these are dovetail drawers. I have a tool for it. Not that one, it's the other one. That will give me that little dovetail. Okay, and I've got a nice shoulder there. Now I don't want it to be, like I said, a perfect circle.
Can you show me the end of it, please?
Yeah, I will. Hang on. Right, so that's what I've done. I've put my little tenon on, okay, and I've put a slight dovetail to it. Now, I'm not, on size-wise, I'm not going for perfect circle. Now, perfect circle is when, if you're new to turning, is when this, normally around about there, with that sort of 5-6 mil gap, depending on what they use to cut, that would be perfect circle, okay? Now, if I make that to fit that perfect circle, okay, which this isn't, well, if I put a piece in, if I just hold at that perfect circle, right, the problem is when you're turning, it would have a tendency to, it would be able to slip, it would be able to twist, because there's nothing to grip it. It's a perfect circle. You know, it's like get something perfectly round and try and grip it with something perfectly round. It doesn't. You need to bite into it, you need to grip it, okay? So what you will tend to do is make a perfect circle, okay, and you'll put it in, and then what you'll do is you'll come down and you'll tighten it right down. Well, perfect circle is there. If you tighten down, it's not perfect circle. So the more you're tightening, the more you're taking it out of your perfect circle. Because you're tightening up so much to do that, you're going to actually damage your foot. You're going to damage the fibres. You're crushing them. If you do that and then you look, you'll see you've broken fibres. You've crushed them. Makes it a bit weaker. Right, now, this bottoming out. Okay, here I've got, when I've put this in, you might want to come over.
I might have to. Yeah.
Go around that side.
Yeah, I think.
Go around that side for a bit.
Easy.
Go on, get over your own side. Right, so for me, I don't want this to be a perfect circle because I'm going to I'm going to hollow in there. I'm going to drill it first for a depth, and I'm going to hollow in here. That's going to put pressure on it. I don't want it to be able to turn. I don't want a perfect circle. What I want is these corners here, okay, all these, I want them to dig in and bite in, okay? I've got 8 of them, and I want 8 of those to all dig in. And bottoming out, right, when I said I bottomed out the other day, because someone did ask about it as well, bottoming out, right, if you can see, when this goes in, I don't want that to hit the bottom there, okay? I want it to go in, I want to have a gap there, okay? I mean, people say it sucks it in with a dovetail. Well, it don't really, because I'm up against here, so it can't really suck it anywhere. It's a bit of a... If you think that's what happens, then that's fair enough. It makes you happy. Right, now, I like to bring my centre up. Now, I know I'm centred, even though I haven't tightened nothing, because that's gone straight into that hole again, okay? It's gone straight back into the little hole that I made. And there, look. Steb said, look, that's even gone back all into its own teeth mark. So there you go. I'm centered. Now, I can loosen this. It can't go nowhere. So with it being just that little bit loose, I'll just put a little tiny bit of pressure, not over. Now I'll tighten down. I know everything's back there. Right. Now, that's tight. Those jaws are bitten now. But what I want to do, I just want it to dig in that little bit. It's like getting your nails in there. Yeah, if you want to hold that and you hold it like this, it's going to slip like that. I'll get my nails in there and it's not going to slip. That's what I want. So now I've got it. Now I'm going to do a quarter of a turn. So that's there. A quarter of a turn is going to be there. That's it. That's bitten in. Don't want to go and do it again and do it again and do it again. I'm putting pressure on here. Something's got to give, hasn't it?
Yeah, people do it for
if it's tight, if it's tight and you've got it tight, if you keep going, something's got to give. Something, you've got crushed fibres, metal's got to stretch, something's got to happen. So that's that, that's in, okay? And that's fine. Now I can do what I want here, and then when I'm ready, I know I can move that away, and I know everything's secure here. Now, if you're turning wet wood, it's always, even with dry wood, before you pull your stuff away or before you drill, it's always worth just going and just checking that it's still at its tightness, because wood will contract. So although you've crushed down on that, because it's fibres, it will slightly give. More so with wet wood, okay, than it is with this. Right, okay, so all that lecture is over. Now let's get back to turning.
It's the learning part done.
Right, now I've got to decide what sort of shape am I going to do. I'm thinking if I've got, if I say that, I don't know even how tall I want this really. If I say I'd part off there, and then I suppose I want to sort of get a pencil with a bit of lead in it.
Pencil, put no lead.
Pencil with a bit of lead in it. Try another one. Right, okay. So I think what I want to do is come off the foot and come. Not having a lot of luck here, am I?
You need a proper
Oh,
sharpener.
that's a broken one and all. Oh, come on. Right, it's a good job I've got a never-ending supply of pencils. Right, so I suppose what I want to do is come around here like this and come in and then come up like that. So I'm not going for like a what's it top. I want to just, I don't want it too flared. So that's the sort of shape. I got the idea. Right, okay. There we go, everything's all nice. And now I'm going to use, for the moment, I'm going to use a spindle gouge, I think. I'm going to use a bit of, probably a bit of everything. Right, so I'm actually going to start, get rid of that bit up here. We've still got that slight. Right, I think that flat's gone. Right, so I'm going to start coming in here. It'll be quite sort of just a tallish sort of vase. Right, now. Not really what I want. Come up here a bit. Right, that'll be nearer to the shape. I think that's nearer to the shape I want. I think I need to go in a bit more here.
Yeah, with the next
I think. Not too bad. Now yes, you could do all this with a roughing gouge if you want, to get that shape. I'm doing it with a spindle gouge because I just want to. You could do it with a carbide if you want. Right, there's a couple of little bumps there. Just come across here. Now this is where you can feel the softness of the wood, because the chisel wants to try and go in on the soft bits, so you've got to be prepared for that. Flute open to come round that corner there. Alright, okay. Let's have a look and see. See how we're done with it, if we've got any tear out or anything. Right. No, no tear out. So that's all good. Now I've used the spindle gouge there, but we could have done it with carbide if we wanted to. There's a couple of little bits here I'm not happy with. That shape is not quite as smooth as I want. So what I'll do is I'll go and I'll do that with a carbide. So, and I'll use the detail chisel for it. Well, put a little bit of bounce there as you come up. And yes, I am going uphill. We'll do that with a carbide, right? And that's gone now. That's right flat. I've got a little bit there. Now I've got to come that way. That's it. I'm actually going to go across here as well, just to help it. Actually, no, see, now, did you see that? Skip back, right. If you look at this, you might not be able to see it. It slightly goes downhill this way here. So, because I come this way, it naturally wants to go back the other way. Go uphill. Okay, if you want to get a beautiful finish, you cut the wrong way, if what people would say. Go uphill, not downhill. Now, from there up, because it tapers down and then it tapers up again. If I go that way, it's going to want to skip back. So I've got to go the other way. Like so. Yes, I've cut uphill, which you can't do, but look at that finish. Okay, look at the finish on spalted wood with carbide. Okay, look, nice and slow, no tear out, no torn grain whatsoever. Okay, now even though that taper there is so slight of an uphill, but if you come in to get your shear cut, you cannot go downhill. If you come this way, it will always want to skip you back, and you'll be fighting it, and you'll put lines in. If you're going to do it, you must go this way. And yes, you can come up over end grade. You can do that because you're doing a shear cut, not a scrape. Don't scrape it. You scrape it, you will make a mess of it. Right, okay. Now I'm going to drill it, and I'm going to hollow it and do all those sort of lovely, wonderful bits. Right, okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave that at that for now. I probably should sand it, but I think I'll sand it afterwards, because there's no point me sanding it if I might lose it. You never know. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to start up, and then I'm going to move this away and make sure everything stays where it should be. Everything has. I haven't got a steady rest or anything like that, so I can't use one on this. So at the moment I'm just relying on my not getting any sort of patches, really. Now I am coming across end grain here, but I need to flatten this top off, see? We get in there ready for the drill. Right. I'm going to just leave the top like that for now. Right, till I've drilled it. I'll stop it because I've got to get the drill bit and that first. So I'll put that over there. Right, and I'm just going to drill down into this, and then I'll do a bit of hollowing, okay? Now, as I said, again, because of the speed it's turning at, I can make the cuts very gentle, so I'm not putting no force, I'm not putting no pressure on here. I need my drill. Where did I put? I took it out of the pack. Did I put it?
You put it at the top there. Yeah.
Very good.
Ready for these sort of jobs.
Ready for these sort of jobs. Yes. Right. Okay. I'm going to drill it at first because it just makes sense too. Right. Okay. So now, pretty much the full length of my drill bit is what I'm going to be going. So, turn my speed down, start up. Right, I'm turning this. I'm at around 870 there, so quite slow for drilling. Although it's faster for turning, not for drilling. Right, let's drill this and then see what we get. Out. Right, it's cold, it's not getting hot at all. I'm going to go into there, a little bit of squeegee. Oh, nasty. Right, okay, let's put a bit of wax on that. I'll put some of my wax out of my thing. This is actually my abrasive one, so it might actually even make it make the hole a bit bigger. Right, okay, that might stop it from squeegeing a bit. Yeah, there we go.
Want another tip, guys?
Clean that all off. Go in again. All off. If it was still screeching, then I would just turn my speed down even more. Now the problem I've got here is when I get to this point, I've run out of my flute. So now this can't come out, because I've run out of flute on the drill bit. So if you run out of flute, you've got to be careful because it will bind up. I'm just going to push it by hand, so in that way I can get it out quick. It's all about not putting pressure on the wood. There we go. Right, I'm down to the full depth of that. That's all good. Let's stop it for a minute. Take the drill bit out. Right, there we go. And that's still, look, I can hold it. It's still cold. Okay. I didn't heat it up at all. Right now.
It's all right, Daisy.
Oh, it's nice smooth finish in there because I've waxed it with sanding.
So it sanded it.
So that dog's making a look. Stop it. Right, okay. Let's take the chuck out.
I can hear the noises outside.
And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up a little bit with the carbide. So I'm going to turn a little bit of that inside there. Okay. And for that I'm going to be using a square on that. Tool's got to be above centre. I'm going to go with a 12mm 14mm square first. Right, now as you can see I'm actually above centre, so I'll be angling down a little bit. If I went on centre, as soon as I go in it would push me over. Right, Daisy, stop barking, behave yourself, stop growling. Right, actually what I'm going to do just before I start, as I did say before, just make sure, yeah, see look, there's a little bit of give on that. Right, so that just makes sure it stays tight. There we go. So I wasn't lying when I said that would happen. Right, and I'm back up at 2000 RPM now, so I can go into this. Nice and steady. Right, as you see I'm running out of tool, guys. Right, so I'm that deep down into there, and as you can see, I've got no grabbing, no juddering, no shuddering, nothing, everything stayed running true. I'm not pushing. So I've got a nice bit of speed, so the tool isn't under any stress. I'm cutting nice. Right, unfortunately I've run out of length, so I've got a slightly longer bar here on this one. So I can come back in. Now, because because I've got down to as far as I've gone with the other one, which is down here. What you've got to remember is I went down in stages. So I've probably got about that thickness there, so I want to take it in bits. So don't keep to the side and push down, because you're going to hit and have over half of your cutter pushing wood. You want to come out and take it in little, just feel your way. Okay, now this is vibrating a bit more because it's a longer bar and it's going to have a bit of vibration to it. But as long as I go careful, so I go down. Right, that's where I ended the cut with the other tool. So if I move over slightly, take a little bit, and a little bit, and a little bit. Right, I've taken all of that now. Right, I'm now getting down even past that now, so I'm on the next level now. Right, I've now actually caught up with where the drill bit was. Right, that's where the bottom of the hole is. Now I've levelled it all out. And I'm hollowing that deep, okay? I've only got a short handle like that. There's no grabbing, there's no nothing, because I'm cutting just slightly above the centre line. And I'm going in straight down the side. There we go, and I'm opening it up. We're going to go for a little bit more. Right, you can see how far, look. I'm right down, look. I'm down to here on my piece. That's how far I'm following in. Okay? Daisy.
Daisy, it's alright.
Right, so that's how far I've got down. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to change over to a round. I'm going to go on to a... Now I've got a choice here, but I think the number 2 box hollow will be alright. And the same. I'm above centre. I'm just going to clean it up with this now. Right, that's the bottom, sorry. That's alright, that's me, there's nothing. I'm right on the bottom now. Right, now I'm coming over to... I want to just take a bit of this out in here, see? Now we can round, I can't do it with a square. And as you can see, there's no jumping, there's no bouncing of the tool, nothing's jumping all over the place, okay? And I'll clean that up. Right, that's not too bad a finish there. Yep, that's looking alright. Yeah, and that's the number 2 box hollow. And as you see, I'm right down, I've got the whole bar down in there. Not one bit of grab, not one bit of, no, Yeah, all right, I caught the bottom. That's because I went down and I hit the bottom and I didn't think I was actually on the bottom. And that's just me. Right, okay, so now I'll go to my little 6mm. I'm going to clean this rim up. Just like so. Now she's going to just bring that slightly over. I'm a bit high, I'm a bit above centre, see, because I was cutting above centre. Just being lazy, I should really move it down a little bit. And twist it. Works better if you've got a slight angle. There we go. I don't want a razor sharp edge, but I want a nice edge. Right. That's nice there. Right, I'm going to bring that round because I just want to put that tiniest little chamfer on here. That's it. That's all I wanted to do, that little bit. That was enough. Right, I'm going to do a bit of sanding. It's a little bit plain, but I don't know. It might be alright. Plain Jane can be nice as well.
It's spalted, isn't it? So it's alright.
Sawdust in there. Right, okay, let's stop that and have a little hoover out. There it all comes. There we go. And that's, I know you can't see, but that's hollowed right down in there. And I must say, it's not actually a bad, when I feel, it's not actually a bad finish for inside of the right. I've still got some sort, look, I've still got it come, look. I just hoovered that. That's what Lisa says to me when I go walking in with all the sawdust.
Yeah.
She's like, I've just hoovered.
Just hoovered.
Come on. Look, it's still coming out. Look. And still coming out. Come on. That's it. Right, okay. There we go. Right, yes, a very nice finish actually. And we widened that. I mean, you see, I've done a 20mm. We've widened that right up. No grabbing, no catching, no tools vibrating. Short little handle, all the way down into there. Okay. And we've got no torn grain anywhere. None torn grain on here. I'm going to do a bit of sanding. I don't know whether I want to go flat bottom there or here's a little, yeah, I'll probably just go flat off on that bottom there. Yeah. I want something long so I can make sure, let me use a chisel. Just check where I am. Yeah, I'll be alright to go straight across on that bottom. That'll be alright. Right, I'm going to do a bit of sanding, guys, on this. It ain't gonna take, look, it ain't gonna take a lot. Take next to nothing. Right, turn the lathe on. I'll do just the inside bit here first. It's awful. You look at this and you think there's little marks, but it's not. There's no trauma. It's just the spalting of the wood. You get a pattern on it. Right, okay, I've done that. Now what I'm going to go for orbit tool. Use the hand sand. Actually, I might use. Yeah, good. I'm going to use this one. It's got a fine tag on it. Just to get rid of any sanding marks. Oh, lovely. Right, I don't think I'm going to go up any more on my boat. I think that's 4. Right, hang on. I'm going to jump to 400. Okay. We'll go up to 600 grit on it. Right, a bit plain Jane, but you know. It's spalted, so it's alright. I'm so glad I bought this, I really am. You know, like I said, people think I'm not against sanding, I'm against sanding out tool marks or torn grain. Cut it out and then finish the piece nicely with the sanding. But yeah, I can highly recommend that. And I get asked a lot about that. What's my, it's the Makita, okay? Makita DA3010, okay? The Makita, it actually is a drill. It's an angle drill, alright? It's not a sander, it's not an angle grinder, it's an angled drill. And a lot of people ask me about it, what one it is and where they can get it from and all that. Makita. Right, okay, I'm going to use it in my saving paste. Let's see what happens. I think that actually...
What do you want, oil? No.
I think I'm actually going to put an oil on it, to be honest guys. Because I don't think the wax is going to really get a shine, not the spalted wood. So I'm going to go for an oil. And I like to have my lathe spinning when I put my oil on, okay? That's what I like to do. I've got my little... Right, I put my hand there just to stop me getting all splattered. And yes, I'm still turning at 2000 RPM and putting my oil on. Okay, it's what I like to do, it's the way it works for me. And I like to work it in and burnish it into the wood, it gets a nice shine. Don't have to stand around for ages waiting for it to dry. Put the finger down in there. like I say, I'm on the video, guys, so, you know, normally I would oil it up, leave it, oil it up again, leave it, come back, but, you know, obviously I'm on video, so I ain't got time to do all that. So for me, I just like the nice bit of oil on, and let it burnish in. You can always take that up a little bit. Go up a bit. There we go. Right, back to 2000. Right, and remember, if you're using a cloth, this is a J cloth. If you're using it has no loose fibres flowing, okay? If you're using that, just hold it in your hand, don't wrap it around your fingers. If it gets caught, it'll just pull out your hand, okay? Don't ever tether yourself to anything. Right, okay, I'm going to pop that off. If I want to have a nice crisp entry point, I'm going to come in with my skew and do that. That will give me a nice entry point with my parting tool. Right. Now, because I use these kinds, I don't have to make a relief cut, I can push through in one go. But, because what I'm doing here, I want to actually undercut this slightly, so I need to have a little bit of room here. Now, but I've got to be careful, because this is spalted wood, it could suddenly just go. So I've got to be getting hold of this, ready. Right, hang on. I'm going to just do a little, while I've got it here, I can do a little sand here first. Before I actually take it off, that would be better. Right, now, come down. Take it right off, there we go, nice. Just a little nub to take away there. That's what I'm going to do now. I'll do that with my sanding arbor. Put that in there. I could do it with the drill, but I find it's easier if I hold this rather than go with the drill. There we go, it's nice and flat. Still sawdust coming out of that. Right, there we go. So, I can put a little bit of oil on the bottom of that. We'll take the chuck off, bit of housekeeping first. It has a home and it wants to go back there. There you go. Right, okay.
Get it stuck.
Right. Okay, so there we go, guys. Let's put that oil over there. Let's take this off as well, so don't have to be shouting.
Yeah.
But as I always say, I will never turn without a face shield on. It's most important thing you can have with all your turning. You can have the best lathe, the best tools, the best everything. But if you breathe this sort of crap in and ruin your lungs, it ain't going to do you no good at all.
No.
So one of the best and most important things you can have is one of these. Stop that from going in your... If you ever get any irritations on your hands, you might get irritation on your eyes. When you turn certain woods, think of what that's doing inside you. If that irritates your eyes, think of what it does to your lungs. Protect your lungs. Yeah. Okay. Right, there we go, guys. That's actually turned out nice.
Really nice.
Very simple. I didn't want to. I could have done beads. I could have done a bit. Didn't want to overcomplicate it. I wanted the simplicity, so it just shows off the wood. That's a lovely piece of spalted wood. That. And as you can see, we've got no torn grain. And if there was torn grain or torn up, you would see it in the light with the oil on it. There's no torn grain at all on that. And there you go. You can see how we've hollowed down inside there. Hopefully.
Just tilt it downwards a bit. No, the other way.
There.
Goes really dark inside, so you got your light here, haven't you? Oh, there you go.
Right, still a bit of dust down inside there.
Yeah.
If you can see.
But you can see it.
But I will put a bit of oil down inside it. Like.
And just pour it in.
Pour it in. Hang on, give me 1 second, guys. I'll put that there.
Shake, Shauna.
Shake it all the time.
Shake, Shauna.
Right, okay. There we go. Right, we've got it. There. All oiled up inside. And we're hollowed right the way down. And as you see, we opened it up to go right down inside.
With the square.
With the square and the 9mm to just clean it up afterwards. So there you go, guys. Nice little vase.
There you go.
There. And spalted wood and carbide, yeah, they go together like...
Birds of a feather.
Birds of a feather. That was very good. Yeah.
They go together like rama. Giddy 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 giddy.
See what I mean, guys? See what I mean? Yeah.
Come on.
I'm going to tell her father that $5 he gave me to take her on was just not enough. Really not enough. Right, anyway, guys. Toodle pip, hope you enjoyed it. Little vase out of spalted
something
wood. That's actually a bit of beech. I think that's beech. Yeah, spalted beech. So there you go. No torn grain. We've got our soft. This is the soft bit that would be a bit punky, and we've got no torn grain whatsoever. Remember, if you go in a shear cut, if you're going to use the carbide or any tool, even spindle gouge, you can't go downhill. You must go cut the wrong way. Well, people says it's the wrong way. Is it the wrong way? No, it's the right way on that. Well, there you go. Right, and get your speed up. See you later, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Toodle pip.
Bye, guys.